everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back. I have another layout for you today. I'm still using the kit that I had created for the month of January from the Crafty Low Spend and No Spend. Crafty Low and No Spend. Anyway, something like that. I was inspired by this color inspiration that Priscilla had put on the Facebook group. I have linked the Facebook group below as well as Priscilla's video because it was the video that really got me going because I thought I can do that. And that's where she gave these colors and then she asked anybody, what would you add to the kit? I thought that was genius. I still think it's genius. I hope she does that every month. I absolutely love it. So, I've already done 2 videos. I was able to use the flowers that I had colored. I've been using um, different elements of the items that I brought into my kit. So I look at the things that I have left over and I wonder, well, I really want to use this because this is not something that I normally would use. So that's why I chose what I did today. Now I have these goofy pictures of my daughter. She came for Thanksgiving and we all went into the town that I live in and did like photo shoot. And it was great fun. I have hundreds of pictures of her and her boyfriend and her sisters, and it was such a great day. So I'm going to use this wood grain, and I'm going to have the wood grain go in the same direction as the background of the photo. Now, this photo is of a restaurant. I think it's closed now, but it was actually a Michelin. Uh, I think it was a 1 star, which I live in a fairly small town. And for us to have a Michelin 1 star restaurant was like phenomenal. But I think COVID pretty much closed it down. I don't think it's open. And we went out the day after Thanksgiving, and it definitely wasn't open that day. So anyway, so then I looked through the rest of the stuff that I had. I thought I would give these flowers a try. These were pretty. I liked them better than the other flowers that I had chosen, mainly because I like the green leaves that went with it. And this is one of the die cuts, which I thought went very well with it. The only difference really is it has a little bit of yellow in it. But the main thing that I wanted to use were these tickets because I um I just don't know when else I'm going to use them. This is the one that have the rose gold, which is kind of cool because it kind of goes with the peach here. And yeah, so I have 5 and I was really looking for 6 because if I had 6 then they would, it would go all the way over to the end and I could trim it off and it would be perfect, but I didn't. I only had 5. So I'm going to make do with what I have. What else am I going to do? And then I pulled out the brads. Now, I took the backs off of the brads because I didn't want to punch holes in my paper. I saw MK do that. And I thought, oh, that's pretty smart. So, and I've done it before. So, but this one, I didn't take the back off of this brass brad. I don't know if you can even see it because it was so small and I'm not even going to worry about it. And then I have leftover of these enamel dots. I'm going to go ahead and just use those up. I'm going to use that because it matches, right? And so these are all the items that I pull. Oh, and the key. Okay, I didn't think that I was going to be able to get this key worked in, but I had figured it out. I had figured out a way to get the key to into this because here it is at a door and it has a little lock. It probably doesn't even matter, but I thought, well, that's going to work out. And then the word sparkle, because this daughter definitely sparkles. If you can't tell by her purple hair. Okay, and then I pulled, this is, whenever I had trimmed the last page, to put onto, to mat it onto the white cardstock. I trimmed off about 3/8 of an inch. And so that's what that is. And then this is like half an inch or something. And I'm going to use both of these. Now, in 2021, my goal then, and I did have scrappy goals, I didn't realize it. I wanted to use up the papers that I had by matting them. So I wanted layers, but I'm not going to layer this one other than this beautiful bird paper on top of this wood grain paper. Now, let me show you. So this is the page that I just finished, and I put it on some white cardstock. And I really like the way it pulls everything in together. I really love the look of that. So I try to do this a lot. I have a lot of solid cardstock, and I don't even reserve it for solid cardstock. I use it for the mat. I use any paper. It doesn't matter. The only thing is when it's thin paper, then I have to get like a piece of something firmer to put behind it, because it really does need to have like cardstock. All right, so what I did, I wasn't able to cut this into thirds because it ended up like cutting the head off here. But I want it to be like a natural line to trim. So that's why there's like a bird above here. He sits about right here. So I wanted to get right in between, and I wanted it to be above. I didn't want it to be flush at the bottom because I wanted to have this down here. Now, so I wanted this to be kind of like this. And then this one, I was going to have this go like this, because this is where I was going to put the tickets. I'm going to put the tickets down here. Now I was going to just go ahead and have them go all the way to here and kind of cover up. I don't know if you can see, like I wanted to make sure you can see the black and the white. Like that. I'm going to have to start gluing stuff down because it's all going to shift. And then I wanted this to come up over here. And I just didn't necessarily have to be able to read everything here. In fact, now let me just leave it the way it was. Oh my goodness, everything just shifts. Okay. So that I like. And this I'll probably will put up on some foam tape and have that kind of pop up like that. And I was going to put this like that. So that's kind of where that's kind of going. Those were my thoughts. And then this is the photo. I was just going to have the photos like sit on top of the paper, sit like butt up against it. I wasn't going to trim them apart from each other. I don't know if I'm going to mat them. That was the only thing. At this point, I'm not going to. And I know that I was going to have this here. And I know this makes it kind of heavy over here, but I'm going to remedy that, because I'm going to put, let's see, I was going to put those down here. Here's that. And then I was going to put the sparkle. I was going to put this here. I don't know. Do you guys like the way that I'm doing this? I don't know. You probably would like to talk about anything else but this. But, just kind of playing around. This is the nice thing about getting out your stash, because I would not have thought to combine this together. I know I've mentioned that before. I never would have got this key. And in fact, I think I've had this key. Um, I think it was a my mind's eye pack that I got on, I don't know, Peachy Cheap, and it was like there were like 3 of everything, and it was very um kind of antique looking kind of things, because this key is very antique looking, because I didn't have very many embellishments, and that was, to me, that was the best way to get embellishments at the best price. So the thing is it wasn't really anything that I was using. I don't know. I don't know if that was really the smartest thing to do, but here, years later, here I am pulling it out. All right, so I was going to use the brads kind of like that, and I think I was going to put this brad. If I can pick it, I've trimmed my nails, and they're so short I can't hardly pick anything up. And then these were, I call them like snaps. So, and they even have like a little shading on them. And so I probably need to go ahead and put it like underneath here. And I don't know what to do with this one other than, I don't know, under here, up here, maybe up here. How's that? And that way they're on there. So I kind of have an idea how that's going to go. Oh, I kind of like that a little bit better. Okay, so that's kind of what my thoughts were. I'm the type of scrapper that I like to have my embellishments go in a diagonal. I know that the talk is to do like a triangle, and I'm sure that that's probably better, but I can't ever seem to make that work. So this is more natural for me to do it this way. So basically what you need to do is you do you. You do what makes you, that looks the most appealing to you. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys like to see close-up photos at the end of a video of the completed project? I'm not sure if I've done that in the past, and it, to me, it looks so, sometimes it can look so staged, and I don't know if that's really what I want to do, but I wanted to know if that's something that you guys want to see, like extra close up of stuff, like of the embellishments, or if it doesn't matter, but if you would just respond at the, to this video, and let me know if that's something that you enjoy, and then in the future, I can do that. I mean, it's really not that big a deal. The only thing is the lighting, and you guys understand that, because if you live in the, in the northern hemisphere, the days are kind of short, and I live in Texas, where the days are probably a little longer than some places. But the, like, today's a sunny day, but not every day is a sunny day. Anyway, I think that this paper is just so sweet. It is so, so sweet, but I can only handle it in a small part. And I'm going to cover a lot of it up, which is just as well, because I don't, it's just too busy. If I keep the, if I kept the whole sheet. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Excuse me. Forevermore, still have the cough. And I did not have COVID. I tested negative. So I went to the doctor, and I they tested me for the flu and for strep throat, and yeah, they said, yeah, flu A, and I'm like, and that was the week before Christmas. Yeah. So it's a good thing that my family had come on Thanksgiving, because I would not have been in any mood to have a house full of people. I can tell you that. All right. So I was going to put this here. Remember what I said, and then have this go here. I do like that. Wait, did I have? Okay. Hmm. This blue paper. I thought this was Pink Fresh. This right here. I pulled out the other one that was green and pink. It's like Make Your Own Happy. But it I'm so sorry, guys. Um, but it just didn't go. It just didn't fit, with maybe it was like too much, because I like to have some contrast and different colors and different shades, as you can see. Because if you look at the green, I have this color green, which is basically the same color green as the leaves here. And then there's the green on the key. So I would rather have that kind of variety. And I can just trim that off. Not a problem. Not a problem. Now, journaling. Would I do journaling on this page? Probably not, because I am going to give this page to my daughter, and she'll probably remember this photo shoot. She's such a goofball sometimes. She definitely was there. I I don't understand. Tell me if you're like this too. I don't understand people who stick their tongue out when they take pictures. I don't get it, because you're going to be looking back on these in 20 years and you're like, why was my tongue sticking out? Or your kids are like, Mom, why is your tongue sticking out on all these pictures? Were you being mean? I don't know. I just find it weird. I find a lot of things weird. Have you noticed? And tell me if you have the same opinions. All right. So there, now I have used up, so far in the kit, I've used up all of those enamel dots. Now I've used up all of these. I've used up, what was the other thing that I used up on that last page? It's just turning out nice. Like, I'm starting to use these brads. I don't think I've used the brads yet. I'm just really loving just using up the items that I pull for the kit. And it makes me happy, because then I know that I'm being a good steward of my money. The things that I'm buying, I'm actually using. It is the space in my scrap room is getting smaller, and I do notice that. I notice that my paper supply and my embellishments are getting smaller, and that's a very good thing. And then, and I don't worry about what's going to happen if I can't get it, because I remember what it was like when we didn't have embellishments before, and that's why I don't have that fear of not having it in the future, because there was a time period, and those of us that have been scrapping for years, like 20, 25 years, we remember what it was like, not to have embellishments, especially in a kit, in a little bag. Man, I just remember those days. I remember going to the scrapbook store and looking at all the embellishments and thinking, which ones was I going to get because I couldn't afford to get all of them. All right. Do I want to? I don't think I'm going to add foam tape here because this wooden piece is pretty dimensional as it is. So I'm just going to glue it down or just add adhesive. There we go. All right. And even the green in her pants, because they're kind of an olive color. All right. Now, I was going to do this up here. So do I want to put this on top now? I kind of like the key. As goofy as that key is, I think I want it on top of the flower. And I know that I wanted the word on top of the flower as well. Here. And I know I wanted the key kind of at an angle. Oh, this. I was going to put this. I was going to tuck that underneath there. Oh, I love that. I think these were from Pink Paisley. They're one of Paige Evans' collections. He had all these pastel. They had partially pastel. I don't know if you can even tell that it's green up here at the top. It's in half. The top half is green. Okay. Then sometimes I don't care, but I am going to care this time. I want to make sure that my word is straight. Oh, I guess I should glue that down, huh? Well, I'm going to do adhesive just because I may want to move it. But kind of wanted it like that. And let's see. I did it like that. It's kind of hard to, this word is, oh gosh, bear with me here. How am I going to, can you even tell? I may have to pick it up and look at it. Oh, ouch. Got underneath my fingernail here. Okay. Here, hold on. Let me look at it real quick. I'm going to kind of maneuver that down a little bit. Okay. I don't know. Can you even see it? I know that the way that the sun is coming in, sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay, so I was going to put that there, and this one down here. Oh, and I was going to put this word block. It says you got this underneath that. And let's see. There's the Brad. There. Okay, how to glue these on here? I think I'm going to, here, I have handy dandy foam tape. Let me see if I can cut it small enough to fit inside here. Ugh. I feel so clumsy. My hands feel ginormous. Oh, it's a little too long. or too wide or something here. Let me kind of make it more of a square than a rectangle. How would you guys have glued this down? You know, this is where I miss going to crops. And even though I am going to a crop, I'm going to 2 crops actually this year. Very excited. I'm already signed up for both of them. And they're like 3 weeks apart from each other. They're both in the fall, which is probably just as well the way things are going. And one of them is with do you pronounce it Joni? I think it's Joni. Could be Johnny, but she's having one in Corsicana, Texas, which isn't very far from my house. So that's going to be the first one that I go to. And then the second one is actually, I'm going on the Vicky Booten cruise. I have a friend that she's one of my friends that I travel with, and she likes to scrapbook even though she hasn't scrapbooked in years. So here, I'll be right back. I've got to go get my little, not sure what you call that. This is what I use. It was some sort of packing material. Somebody sent something to me, probably not scrapbook related. And they, and I thought, oh, this would be good, to punch. Anyway, this is what I use it for. And I am going to, oh, my goodness gracious. So this is brass brad. And I usually, like always, put some sort of washi tape on the back, because when I put it in my page protector, I do not want it to get snagged up on anything else. So there is that. Oh my goodness. So the only thing that I would consider doing is doing some splatters. I don't know. Yeah, I think I should probably do some dark splatters. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I won't make you guys watch me do it. I do it in a totally different room, because I don't have room to have the box that I normally do that in my scrap room. So I will do that, and I will upload the video and this page. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. I know I asked a bunch of questions. I hope that you guys take the time to answer them. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all your patience as I'm trying to get back into scrapbooking, or at least video again. Anyway, thanks again. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.